When archaeologists were exploring in Egypt, the sand suddenly shifted to reveal a phenomenal sight. Incredible archaeological finds already surround the archaeologists who are toiling away in the Valley of the Kings in October 2019. As the team scour their selective dig site, though, one of the workers notices something strange. The sand seems to have shifted, in fact, just enough to reveal what looks to be a face. And when the archaeologists investigate further, they come across yet another truly astonishing discovery that may yet change what we know about ancient Egypt. But then the Valley of the Kings has long rewarded researchers with historical treasure. The rocky expanse on the west bank of the Nile houses 63 tombs, for example, with one of these even having housed the illustrious Tutankhamun. The boy king, who is also known colloquially as King Tut, is of course one of ancient Egypt's most famous pharaohs. And the October 2019 discovery came on the heels of yet another successful dig in the Valley of the Kings. You see, the country's Antiquities Ministry had announced the week before that its archaeological team had found 30 industrial workshops, with these spaces appearing to date all the way back to 1539 BC. Inside, experts theorize the ancient Egyptians had built furniture to place inside tombs alongside their fallen kings. That find gave experts a frame of reference for how the ancient locals pieced together their coffins and tomb decor. And the uncovering of such substantial artifacts may very well have felt like an accomplishment for the area's archaeologists. Little did the researchers know, though, that something completely different, and perhaps yet more stunning, would also be revealed in just a week's time. What's more, new facets of the Valley of the Kings have emerged even in recent years. In 2008, for example, 2 additional tomb entrances were uncovered at the location, with those pathways adding to the area's tally of 63 tombs and chambers. And although many had been cracked open and emptied of their expensive offerings long ago by raiders, the tombs still contained clues as to how and why Egyptians buried the powerful in such a manner. But of course, one tomb in the Valley of the Kings stands as the most famous find. In November 1922, Howard Carter pinpointed the final resting spot of Tutankhamun, and the teenager's undisturbed tomb has helped transform the archaeological site into a world-famous tourist draw. Experts certainly didn't stop there, though. To this day, they continue excavating and conserving the Valley of the Kings. In fact, Egypt is in the midst of its biggest Valley of the Kings excavation since Carter discovered King Tut's tomb. And the massive effort has a particular aim. Specifically, the country's team of archaeologists hope to reveal yet-to-be-uncovered royal crypts. The tomb of Tutankhamun's widow, Queen Nefertiti, hasn't yet been unearthed, for example, and it's hoped that workers in the area will eventually find it. In fact, this renewed focus has already yielded some incredible finds. For example, during an investigation into the Valley of the Kings, which is sometimes referred to as the East Valley, experts discovered a new tomb. This final resting place was then given the moniker KV65. The 42 huts also contained hieroglyphic artwork, pieces of tomb carvings, and some rings, the latter of which specialists dated back to the Ramessid period. This epoch began following the death of Tutankhamun and marked the start of the 19th dynasty, which ultimately lasted from 1292 to 1189 BC. Hawass and Company similarly dug into the area's West Valley, which some refer to as the Valley of the Monkeys, and there they made yet another astonishing find, unearthing an entire industrial zone in which the ancient Egyptians had churned out their funerary ornaments and tomb furniture. The discovery was momentous too, as archaeologists had never seen anything like this before in the vicinity. The sprawling ancient factory area encompassed 30 workrooms as well as a kiln in which the workers could bake ceramics. And speaking about the relic, Hawass told CNN in October 2019, each workshop had a different purpose. Some were used to make pottery, others to produce gold artifacts, and others still to manufacture furniture. Also in the workrooms, Hawass and his team uncovered silver rings, inlay beads, and golden foil. All of these elements would have been used to adorn ancient Egyptian coffins, more specifically, those that belonged to the area's royals. A number of the decorations even came etched with the wings of Horus, an ancient god who was typically linked with both death and resurrection. And Hawass went on to explain why the workrooms were so important a find. He said, up until now, everything we knew about the Luxor region came from the tombs themselves, but this new discovery will allow us to shed a light on the tombs and techniques used to produce the royal coffins and the furniture placed in the tombs. Hawass revealed too that an industrial workplace that had been designed to produce decorative funerary elements had never been found in Egypt before, and the area could yet hold further significance. You see, it may very well give clues as to how the laborers live their lives, as some of the spaces seem to be dedicated to their needs while on the job. Hawass explained to CNN, "We found storage rooms used to hold water and food, as well as a water tank from which the workers would drink." With all the researcher and his team uncovered then, the huge amount of effort put in to get inside the ancient worksite had proved worthwhile. Yes, actually infiltrating the space had been no easy task. According to Hawass, more than 3,000 stones had blocked any entry into the ancient industrial center, and these had all needed to be removed before any further investigations could be made. Once the archaeologists had finally stepped into the interior of the West Valley site, however, they were able to make estimations of its age. The artifacts, for example, look to have been created during the 18th dynasty, which lasted from 1539 to 1292 BC. Still, Hawass and the rest of his team had a bigger goal in mind. Namely, they hoped that their Valley of the Kings-centric dig would reveal further royal tombs. And the archaeologists claimed at the time of the industrial discovery that such a breakthrough would likely occur sooner rather than later. Hawass told CNN, "I believe we're very close to finding an intact royal tomb." In the meantime, archaeologists continued their hunt for more historic treasures in the Valley of the Kings, hoping that they may yet find tombs of some of ancient Egypt's greatest rulers. And if the results of the recent string of digs are any indication, then there's every chance of more success in the near future. Check out these other videos from Let Me Know. If you haven't made the move to subscribe to our channel, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.